Good morning, ladies. A couple weeks ago, I posted a picture on a couple of my social media sites with a hair Q&A asking you for your questions. I get asked hair questions all the time, and I'm ready to do a little hair series. So there will be 3 videos coming out. Today's is going to be a Q&A with the questions that you have all presented to me, and I have an abundance of them that I have printed out. And then following up, we will have 2 more videos. One will be on color, one will be on cut, and those were all done out at my hairstylist salon. So stay tuned for those. If you do want to leave any comments in the drop down box below, just make sure if it has anything to do with color and cut, I would wait until the other 2 videos come out, because there is a good chance that any information you are looking for or any answers that you want to your questions are going to be in those videos. We have a lot of questions to go through, so I want to dive right in, but I also do want to say that when we do the color and cut videos, we will talk a little bit more about my hair, the type of hair I have, the health of my hair, and all of those good things. So again, it's going to be worth it for you to wait. But the very first question is, what's the total time spent styling your hair? Well, that's a tough one to answer because it all depends on if I am dealing with first day clean hair. I tend to spend more time doing my hair on that day. I usually use Velcro rollers or hot rollers, and that definitely does cost you a little bit more time. Now, if it's dirty hair, I feel like I can do my hair pretty quick. So again, it's just a hard one to answer. I can spend anywhere from 5 minutes on very dirty hair, especially if I did not get up and do a workout that day, because I basically just wear it pretty much the way it was. My hair does not get really messy when I sleep, and I think a lot of that has to do with the type of hair that I have. But if it's been clipped up because of a workout, I have to put a little bit more time in it. So I would say I could spend 5 minutes, but I could spend 30 minutes. It's all going to depend. I know many of you have requested for me to do tutorials, and I will get to all of that sometime in the new year. The next question, do you curl your hair with hot rollers or a curling iron? Well, I use both. So sometimes I use hot rollers, sometimes a curling iron, sometimes Velcro rollers, sometimes a big round brush. For instance, today I just used a big round brush, so it's got some volume, but it's a little bit straight. It's dirty hair, it didn't take me that long. Next question, when using Velcro rollers, do you heat your sections first or spray anything on them to help keep curl? This person indicated that she curls the section first before putting the Velcro roller on, and it helps to keep the curl. I actually do. Whenever I am using hot rollers or Velcro rollers, I first blow dry the section with a big round brush. Then I spray it with sometimes a heat protectant, but we'll get more into the importance of heat protectants when we get into the style video. Or I will just give a light mist of hairspray, then I will roll it up in the hot roller or the Velcro roller, and it's good to go. The next question says, do you backcomb every day? And if you do you backcomb before or after styling your hair? This person said, I feel like backcombing after I curl my hair ruins my curls. I generally do all my backcombing or teasing my hair in the crown and anywhere else after I style my hair. And then I always use my teasing brush to smooth everything out so it doesn't have that ratty look to it from like class of 89. I always say that, ladies, class of 89. We don't want that look, so we want to smooth it out. Down in the drop down box below, as well as in the corresponding blog post, I linked every single thing that I have currently been using on my hair, from tools to products to all those things. I would have shown them here today, but I have other videos where I share a lot of that stuff, and I figured it would just take too long. Now, let's go back to the back combing. If I am going to wear my hair wavy, and I am going to take a curling iron and wrap sections around it, and I just kind of want to have like some loose curls and just kind of have that carefree look, a lot of times I will do some teasing in the crown beforehand, and then I kind of leave it. I don't smooth it out, and then I just curl sections around here, and I just grab a few random pieces. I actually had a video a while back. I'm not sure which video it was. I will find it and link it down below. But that was a day where it was first day clean hair, and I did tease the crown area prior to styling my hair, and then just pulled pieces and wrapped them around a curling iron. So I'll make sure I link that video below, and I will indicate that that is what I am talking about. Is there any way to get volume without teasing or backcombing? Well, it's gonna depend on hair. You know, a lot of things, and we talk so much more about this when we go out to see Lori at her salon, but so many things are dependent on the type of hair you have. You can't just look at somebody and think that you're gonna achieve what they can achieve with their hair, because a lot of it is going to depend. I have very thick hair and I have a lot of it. So that's going to make a big difference compared to somebody who has very thin hair and maybe doesn't have much hair. You certainly could use a volumizing spray, and I linked the one that I'm currently using below, and you could pull up sections of hair and put some of that in there to get some volume. But I truly believe that you're going to have to do some teasing and backcombing. You're going to have to be able to do that and get underneath the hair to give it some volume. How do you get volume at the roots with second day hair? This person says, I fight greasy roots and can manage with some dry shampoo, but it looks limp and blah. Well, this again would tell me that it's all the type of hair that you have. I'm not going to have that same problem because I don't have a greasy scalp. I don't have greasy hair. If anything, my hair gets drier the dirtier it gets. Some people get that greasy scalp. That never happens with me, even with working out. We have some questions regarding working out that we're going to be getting into. So, you know, how do you get the volume at the roots for second day hair? I kind of already have them, but I just do a little bit more back teasing if I need to. What do you do with your hair at night to keep the curls fresh for the next day? Well, again, my hair doesn't really change much when I'm sleeping. If I were to go to bed tonight with my hair like this, and let's say tomorrow was not a workout day, when I got up and got ready tomorrow, I would do barely anything to my hair. Barely anything. The only thing I might have to do is, let's just say this section here, because of how I slept, kind of kinked and curved. I could take a big round brush and I could fix that, but I will still have a lot of this volume. A lot of times I will just take my teasing brush and smooth it out. On the other hand, if it's a workout day and I'm clipping it up and then I'm gonna take a shower and I'm gonna have it wrapped up in a Turby twist towel, which I linked one of those below, then I'm gonna have more to work with. But again, because it's dirty, it just really manages very well when I start using whatever heat tool that I wanna use for that day, and it doesn't really take me a lot of time to get the job done. How do you keep your hair clean and fresh after a workout and go so many days without washing but yet still working out? Well, again, and I get this all the time, it really goes back to my hair. Number one, my hair does not get greasy. I don't get a greasy scalp. The only issue that I have is the smell. And after about 4 days, that's when I'm starting to go, okay, I can smell it. And sometimes I will even go up to a family member and do the sniff test, and I will say to one of my daughters or my husband, will you just smell my hair? Just get close to me and see if I smell. Well, they never smell it, but I feel like I can. So for me, that's really what it all boils down to. I'm also not someone that is a big time sweater when I work out. Some people are. Again, we're all so different, and that's what you always have to realize. Sometimes I don't know that people understand that. And again, we talk a lot about this out at Lori's because I get presented so many questions that it always boils down to, well, what type of hair do you have? I have a couple daughters that pretty much have to wash their hair almost every single day. And then I have 3 daughters that are like me that can go several days. We just have different scalps. We have different hair. That is how it works. So I'm sharing what's working for me, but I cannot promise you it's going to work for you, but it's always worth a try. Everything is always worth a try, and then you tweak it from there. How do you wear your hair for a workout? Well, I work out from home. And I work out at 4 a.m. So nobody even sees me. So I literally just clip my hair up, twist it up, put some clips in it. I don't normally use a little ponytail holder because those will leave a kink in your hair, and I want to get more days out of my hair. So clipping it up prevents that kink from going in there. Now, if it's a day that I know I'm going to wash my hair after a workout, that's when I will throw it up into a regular ponytail holder. Back when I used to go to the gym, I would have my hair kind of styled like this, and then I would just pull this part back into a ponytail, and that's how I would go to the gym. But I was pretty ready when I went to the gym because I worked in the morning training clients. Then I would go to the gym when I had a little gap before I did my afternoon clients. So I was kind of ready for the day, and I did a lot of freshening up at the gym, but that's not what I'm doing now. How do you style your hair, and what products do you use in between hair wash days, especially after a sweaty, intense workout? This person says, I always have to rewash my hair in order to restyle and look fresh. What tips and tricks do you have for this? Well, again, it sounds to me like you don't have hair that is probably going to do well after a workout. So what do? You wash it and you style it. For me, I don't need to do that. What products do I use in between hair wash days? Not really anything. Today was 3-day hair, so I didn't really use any additional products. I used a little bit of hairspray, but I would have already had enough product in it. If I'm going on to 4-day hair and I've styled it every single day and I've had workouts all of those days, that's when I will pull out a dry shampoo. And don't worry, I will link a couple dry shampoos that I enjoy down below. Do you ever style your hair in an updo? I really don't, not too often. I did share on Snapchat the other day that I did do a ponytail. It was raining out and it was like 4-day hair, so I just put it in a ponytail. That's actually, if you were able to see that, that's actually how I used to wear it when I would go to the gym. But for the most part, I don't, because generally the days that I get ready, because you got to remember, on the days that I work from home, I don't even really get ready, and that works for me. And in my world, getting ready is overrated because I can be doing other things like snapping things to you guys and communicating with you guys, and I'd much rather do that. If I'm not gonna do anything but work from home, I'm gonna use my time to work versus getting ready. On the days that I do get ready, a lot of times I'm filming, so I try to do my hair kind of nice that day. It's not always clean. Like I said, today is 3-day hair, but because I'm filming, I want it styled. And I would say for the most part, I always style my hair. When I go to church on Sundays, I style my hair. If we're going out, I style my hair. If we're going to a family get together, I style my hair. I don't just throw it up into a ponytail. It's just never really been my style. But I think it's cute. A lot of people do, especially younger, and there's nothing wrong with it. You seem to have no frizz. Do you use a keratin product or do you just have frizz-free hair? For the most part, I just have frizz-free hair. I actually have very good hair and very healthy hair. And again, we'll talk more about that at Lori's. She talks a lot about my type of hair to help you understand it a little bit more, but I really don't. Of course, we don't live in a super humid state where I have to deal with that. A lot of it does depend though. I feel like the cleaner my hair is, the more it may pull frizz, but when it's dirty, it doesn't. And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that there's so much product buildup and more oils have gotten into it. Even though I don't have greasy or oily hair, there's still oils that are going to generate, and I think that kind of helps tame it. So my suggestion, if you do live in a humid state, try to go as many days as you can without washing your hair and see if that helps with the humidity. Do you use a detangling product right out of the shower? This person said she struggles getting through her hair. I don't, but I also don't struggle getting through my hair. But I'll share something with you, and I especially want to share this with the younger generation. Back when I was like a teenager, I could not get through my hair after a shower. And I don't know at one point where the hairstylist I went to, and maybe it wasn't until I started going to Lori, who I've been going to for 24 years religiously. I don't know who it was, but they had told me that when you condition your hair, make sure you are running your fingers through your hair. And you can even pick up a comb like one of these. I did link a couple of these down below, but you could use a comb like this even to comb through your hair when you're in the shower after you put the conditioner on it. I think that will help tremendously. I think what I was doing when I was a teenager was I wasn't running my fingers through my hair the way I was supposed to. And once I started doing that, I never had any more problems. My daughters have had the same problem, and I had to tell them a lot of it's the technique of how you're conditioning your hair. So give it a try, and if that's not enough, try combing the conditioner through as well. I know for myself, when I do hair masks, I like to actually put the hair mask on and do some combing. So I keep this one in the shower just for hair masking, and then I use this one for styling. This person says, I'm in a mom rut, throwing my hair up and calling it a day. What are some quick, easy tricks to get great looking hair in a time crunch? Well, if you've got a great face to do an updo or a ponytail, then I say do that. You know, a lot of that depends on the type of face you have. If your face has a lot of symmetry and you just have a lot of great features, I think people like that, I think girls and women like that look great with their hair pulled back. They don't need their hair to really make them stand out. For some others like myself, I feel like my hair is my flattering feature, therefore I prefer to wear it down, unless maybe I'm running to the grocery store or something. But again, like I said, I don't put my hair up very often. So easy breezy is the way I look at it. Have you ever reviewed any dry bar products or hairstyling tools? This person said she loves their styling book. Well, I didn't even know Drybar had a styling book, so I will look for that and I will make sure that I link it below. I feel like I have tried Drybar products. I tried a styling cream one time and I really, really loved it. It was a sample and I loved the smell. I loved everything about it. I'll see if I can find it and link it down below. I also know that they have some wonderful blow dryers out there. So I've even heard the travel blow dryer is one of their best, believe it or not. So I will link that below, but that's about all I can say on Drybar. Does Big Sexy Hair Root Pump cause hair loss? I love this stuff, but apparently the crown of my hair does not, per my stylist. Have you ever heard this? I have never heard that. I guess, I don't know. I mean, I say trust your stylist. That's why you go to her. I wouldn't stick with a stylist if I didn't trust her word or what she was doing. So she's gonna know more than I would. I've never had any problems. That really surprises me. I would wonder if it doesn't have more to do with teasing the hair, but again, I would talk more about your stylist and maybe just go with a different product. Last question, this one's kind of funny because it has nothing to do with hair, but it was on my comment section. How did you and your husband meet? And how long did you date before you got married? Well, you know what? How did we meet? That's a story in itself and we'll save that for another video. And how long did you date before you got married? Not long enough. And I don't say that to be negative. I'm just saying if I was sitting down with my daughters, I'd probably say, you need a good 5 years under your belt before you can marry this person. I think you can learn a lot in 5 years. So for me, it worked out, but it might not work out for everybody. You learn a lot. But anyway, that's all for a whole new video. But real quick, I'm gonna run through a few of my favorite styling products and I'll have everything linked below. And let me just remind you that the Sephora VIB sale is coming very soon. So if you are interested in purchasing any of the products that I show that are from Sephora, my suggestion would be to wait till then and take advantage of the 20% offer that you should be getting. In the drop-down box below, as well as on the blog post, I did put in 2 videos that I have done in the past that have to do with hair. One is a tutorial and the other one is Best of Beauty Hair, where I share all the products and tools that I use. The other one is a blog post, What's in My Shower Hair. Let me just say that every single thing that I talked about in those videos or blog posts, I still love and I'm still using, but I want to share a couple new additions with you today. Let me just mention, I still use all the same things because I do use about 3 different shampoo and conditioners. I love the Living Proof line. I will link some of those below, but I have had a new one and this is a pricier one. So this is one you'd want to pick up with the 20% off offer during the Sephora VIB because I am loving this one. It is by Alterna. It's the Caviar Anti-Aging Replenishing Moisture Shampoo and Conditioner. So these are new to the arsenal, but again, if you want to see all the other products, go watch the Best of Beauty Hair because all of those will be in it. Again, I'm just only sharing the newcomers to the whole program. Another newcomer is the Living Proof Full Dry Volume Blast. Again, I love anything by Living Proof, but this is a new product that came into the arsenal. I use this for volumizing. I'm still going to link everything else that I use, but this is my current favorite volumizing spray. So I think I'm going to stick with this one and I'm not going to use the other 2. I think one was by Oribe and one was by Big Sexy Hair. I'm not going to repurchase those ones. So everything that I link is what I currently use and what I would currently recommend if you wanted to try it out. But love the Living Proof line. This is not the only goodie. I also have the Living Proof Perfect Hair Day Nightcap Overnight Perfector. Let me just say that Amy Henson, I think, is the one that turned me on to the volumizing spray, and I know other people use it as well. And then this one here, this Overnight Perfector, has been wonderful also. The other thing I should mention is when I do wash my hair, I don't generally wash my hair in the evening. If it is a hair washing day, I normally do it in the morning, and that would be after my workout. Once in a blue moon, I will wash my hair later, but it's never usually in the evening. I don't like to go to bed with wet hair. I like it to be completely dry because I don't sleep as well because I get cold easy. So if I am going to wash my hair later in the day, it might be afternoon, and I generally won't do it anytime after 3 or 4 o'clock. And that is generally the only time that I will use this. If I'm washing my hair in the morning and I'm going to style it that day, I generally won't use this. But if I'm gonna wash my hair even in the morning or the afternoon and I'm not going to style it, I'm just gonna let it air dry, that's when I use this. So hopefully that makes sense. I'm pretty sure the only other thing that has came into the arsenal since I did the Best of Beauty hair is my blow dryer, and this is by Elchum. I don't think you can get this at Sephora, but you can get it at Ulta, and I know they usually do a 20% off as well, so you may want to pick it up then. But I have really been loving this blow dryer. We did a lot of reviews. I had about 6 to 8 blow dryers that I was on the fence about, and I turned my husband on to reading all of the reviews, getting all the information, and he narrowed it down to I think 2, and we ended up going with the Elchum one, and I have been really thrilled. So I highly recommend it. It's not as pricey as some of the ones. I don't think it's as pricey as the Dry Bar, but it certainly isn't cheap. So if you can save 20% off on something like this, that's a big savings. As far as everything else, it's not even worth me sharing and showing it all because it's in all those other videos and blog posts, but I will still have everything linked below. Well, there you go. There's your answers to your questions. Don't forget, in a few more days, we will have our color video come out, and a few days after that we will have our cut, and then feel free to open up the floodgates with more questions, and hopefully I will have answers to them. I did have a couple questions on thinning hair. I couldn't really answer those, but I did take those out to the salon and ask Lori, so watch for those answers to come in the next couple videos. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget, everything that I'm wearing will also be linked below and into the blog post, and coming out soon, if not already, there should be a blog post showing my entire look. So thanks for joining me. We'll see you in the next video. Take care.